Welcome to the Daily Lens with the Boardroom Coach, the weekday briefing looking beyond the headlines to what they reveal about leadership, decision-making and organisational behaviour under pressure. Today we're looking at China's expansion of economic pressure tools during what is still, formally, a trade truce with the United States. What just happened is quite revealing. On the surface, there is still the language of negotiation, stability, and future meetings. But beneath that, China has been widening the set of tools it can use to apply pressure. Rare earth licensing, restrictions on foreign AI chips, and cybersecurity software limits, together with new powers to investigate or penalise foreign entities that are seen as harming Chinese supply chains. Now, most people will see this as another geopolitical story. US-China tension, critical minerals, trade retaliation, strategic competition. And all of that is true, but it misses the more practical leadership point. What this reveals is that dependence has become negotiable power. The things many companies used to think of as operating model choices are becoming sources of strategic exposure. Where you buy from, where your data sits, which technology you rely on, which materials you cannot substitute, and which market you cannot afford to lose. These are no longer just operational details. They are defining your room for manoeuvre. The extra layer here is psychological. Leadership teams under pressure tend to prefer the known model. They optimise for what already exists. They push for more efficiency, more leverage, more cost discipline and tighter execution. And those are all understandable moves, but in a more coercive operating environment, efficiency can disguise fragility. A smooth system can be a system with very few exits. This is where boards and executive teams need to slow the conversation down. Not to become more cautious for the sake of it, but to test whether the organisation still has genuine choice. A risk register will show awareness, but it doesn't prove resilience. The better test is whether the business could act differently under pressure without damaging itself. So the question I have for leaders is direct. Which part of your organisation looks efficient today because no one has yet tested your dependence? You've been listening to the Daily Lens with the Boardroom Coach. If this episode gave you something to think about, subscribe and follow for more weekday audio briefings and weekly roundups. Until next time, keep looking beyond what's being said to what it means and what it leads to.